Is Justin Trudeau under fire from his own party? There's a new book, Une selfie avec Justin Trudeau. Anthony Fear, you've talked to the author of this book. Give us a little bit of background here.
Yeah, what a title here, what a picture. It's got a caricature of Trudeau being kind of goofy, seeking the selfie that he knows he wants everyone in Canada to have with him. What's really interesting about this book, this isn't from some natural, conservative or NDP Trudeau hater. This is from a prominent Liberal. Jocelyn Coulon is a journalist in Quebec by trade, but he also spent a number of years as Stéphane Dion's closest confidant, was his senior advisor when Dion was Foreign Affairs Minister to Justin Trudeau. Coulon in this book does a scathing take of Justin Trudeau and the people in his inner circle, saying these are people who are not perhaps very intellectually interested in the affairs of the world, just into their selfies. And there is a lot of friction between Trudeau and Dion, such that Dion even tried to block Trudeau from entering politics back when Dion was the Liberal leader. I think there are some people who don't like Trudeau now who would like to say, man, we better erect some statues to Dion all across this country.
All right, which is interesting in and of itself. There's a lot of friendly fire in this book, but it's only available in Quebec right now. Is that correct?
It is in its third printing in its French edition right now, which is something. I mean, this is.
Are there going to be an English edition? Should we just get someone to translate?
I think they're looking at it right now because they're realizing it has been so popular in French Canada. They can have traction with it in English Canada. Do
you have any sense of what's actually in it? I mean, other than sort of this overarching sense that there is not, it's hard to take this group, this Prime Minister seriously. Do they dive into anything more?
Well, yeah, I mean, they look at Justin Trudeau's whole relationship with sort of Quebec riding associations and how originally Papineau, where he is the MP, they didn't want him. I mean, now he's Prime Minister, he's their guy, he's been there for a while, but his own local community didn't want him. He was trying to find a riding, and it was a bit of a street fight for him to even be accepted into the Liberal fold, which I find very interesting, Adrian, because this is not just a one-hit wonder here in terms of a Liberal critiquing Trudeau.
Jocelyn Coulon is not the only one throwing the book at Trudeau, Anthony. You're hearing from a lot of inside the Liberal caucus who are disgruntled and upset.
Well, here's where it gets really interesting, because this is, again, not just some NDP conservative guy sniping from the sidelines. This is a guy who was very high up in sort of Liberal operating circles with Dion there. There's a lot of people both on and off the record, some of them not quite ready yet to go public with it, but a lot of people who are being very critical of the Prime Minister. John Manley was a former federal finance minister, now in his capacity as head of the Canadian Association of Chief Executives. He's coming out and he's saying these budgets, no good, really being hard on the budgets. Dan McTeague was a Liberal MP for 18 years. He says this carbon tax has to go. He's standing with Andrew Scheer. So the list continues. The number of people really frustrated. And the question is, maybe do they speak more to the heart of what the Liberal brand actually is, and we're learning Trudeau is in fact the outlier?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Well, Prime Minister Trudeau is out of the country for 10 days. Doesn't really necessarily have to deal with all this drama in his own backyard. Log on to Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you think.